Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chris Pickett here in the Fast 29 studio, getting ready for some USORL action. The AlphaTauri Cup Series at Atlanta tonight, one of the oldest pavements in the on the circuit. So we're looking forward to probably some rough and tumble action tonight. We've already had a lot of spins in practice, so we're looking forward to some great action tonight, and we'll see how the guys do. So let's go ahead and go out there to practice and see what we got. Following Darren Ingram around the track right now with Ryan Pace just behind. About 28 minutes left in practice. Tommy Bordeaux currently leads. About a tenth of a second over Jeff Dixon. Darren Ingram third. Sean Whitehill fourth. And Cam Barnes is fifth right now. Ryan Pace is running out there behind Darren to sixth. Peterson, Murata, Joyce, and Krasowski, the top 10 right now. All of those separated by about 4/10 of a second. Looking forward to a pretty competitive race tonight. About 27 minutes left. Go ahead and do our tour of the track tonight. There's Ingram and Pace, as we mentioned. Behind them is DJ Harris in the 32. Utility Trailers Chevy Camaro. Behind him, there's the 7 Harrison Burton car. I'm sorry, that's John Peterson. The Motorcraft Ford. Behind him is Dewey Schramm in the Lycos Camry. Henrietta Bordeaux in the Baskin-Robbins 00. Jeff Dixon in the pink 14 M&M's car tonight. The Fudge Brownie machine. There's Noah Joyce's 31. The Norfolk Southern Chevy. Zach Webster's 95. The FAS Fire Alarm Services Ford Mustang. There's Cam Barnes' 12 Tire Pros Ford Mustang. Cal Lovell in the UPS 51. And that's about all that's on the track, I think, at the moment. See, everybody else has popped on. Doesn't appear, so we'll just ride with this little battle right here. Like I might be having some slight air issues here, so bear with me. For about 20 or so laps, and his lap times have already fallen off a second from his fastest. His fastest at 29.4, and he just ran a 34. We'll see what this one is this time by. About the same, roughly. 406 to a 394. DJ's around. He's going to oh no. Big crash off of turn 2. Ingram and Harris. All right, we're going to let the pictures tell the story for a little bit and we'll be back shortly. Back live here at Atlanta, about 17 minutes left in practice. Once again, Tommy Bordeaux still at the top of the chart with a 29.2. Really, the top 5 hasn't really changed. Jeff Dixon, 29.3. Darren, 29.4. Whitehill, 29.4. And Barnes, a 29.47. I'm having some internet difficulties here, so we might be cutting in and out a little bit more than I would like tonight. But we'll do the best we can here. Might have just been that camera angle. We'll see. I'm going to kind of play with it a little bit here and see what we got. Following John Peterson around the track right now. He's going to be our in-race reporter tonight because our normal in-race reporter, Daniel Asher, he's with me up here in the booth. Daniel, can you read us, buddy?
What's up?
Hey, good to have you tonight. Looking forward to some great racing tonight. You've already been on the track tonight, Daniel. What did you see out there? I know unfortunately the car wasn't up to speed too well, but what'd you feel out there?
Well, I can't personally tell you how the cars are going to drive tonight, because to celebrate our sponsorship with Mahindra Tractors, we actually put a Mahindra Tractor engine in our car to show how tough and powerful Mahindra Tractors are. Unfortunately, that was a terrible idea, as the car had absolutely no control and no speed whatsoever.
Yeah,
but
we're going to try to
from what I saw,
spot on the board there that you've got. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
from what I saw, saving tires is going to be absolutely huge tonight. I know that EB Racing is working on tire saving for their race, and car control is going to be huge. I saw a lot of people losing control, and me personally, just no control of the car whatsoever. So I think we're in for a doozy of a race. Might be a yellow fest.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too, Daniel. We're seeing a lot of skid marks around the track. Just in my testing and getting the broadcast going, I've seen at least 3 or 4 spins. One huge crash in the backstretch. So, yeah, it's probably going to be similar to the Darlington deal, I think. This is one of the, if not the oldest surface out there. And if we put it into video game terms, these pixels you're seeing out here right now, if you were around in 96 or 97 when NASCAR Racing 2 came out, they're pretty much the same pixels. So here we are. So they have
That's a great way of putting it.
They have not changed this thing since 97. So here we are. And unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember all of that. So here we are.
Hey, same.
Yeah. Following Michael Murata around the track right now in the 8 Napa Dodge right now. He is currently 8th on the board, matching his number. Kind of like that number myself. I'll tell you some good-looking rides tonight, Daniel. What do you think? What's your favorite one out there besides your own?
Oh, man, can't pick my own?
No, you're not out there anymore.
Well, I designed the 51, so personal bias, I'd have to say the 51.
Oh, that's right, absolutely.
No, from a perspective of something that I had no part in designing, I gotta go with Sean Whitehill. You cannot beat that Menards neon yellow.
And of course, he's not on the. No, there he is. He wasn't on the track there for a second, but he just popped on. He's coming off pit road right now, going into 1. There it is, the Flex Seal Menards 45 Toyota. I will still never understand why Menards paints their cars highlighter yellow, but that's just me. Can't miss it on the track.
It's such a beautiful color.
It is. Just when I walk into a Menards, I see green. I don't see yellow.
That's very true.
Got about 13 minutes left here in practice. For some of these guys, that's probably still not enough.
It's never enough.
Never enough in the USORL. We practice when we get to the race. What are we talking about?
It's not completely untrue.
Do want to say a quick personal thank you to everybody that reached out about last night's win in the IndyCar series. I think it was 270 some odd races that I've had in the USORL, and finally got me one. So thank you so much for reaching out about that. That race was intense, a lot of fun in Anchorage. I finally dodged all the bullets, so it was pretty cool.
I went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night because I had to pull a 12-hour work shift today. I had no idea you won. That's awesome.
Thank you. It was a good race. Had a little action right there toward the end. Austin Spencer had absolutely dominated the thing, and had a little incident coming off of 4. He ended up flying over me at one point, I think, and that gave me the lead on the last restart, and I finally had enough to hold him off, so it was pretty cool. Zach Krastowski got a run on me coming to the white on the outside and had just enough to hold him off. It was a lot of fun. I didn't run out of gas this time.
Is he Myatt Snyder? Because damn, he flying.
He did. All I saw was this the thing that had been in front of us the entire race, this green flying machine, and all of a sudden he ended up being a green flying machine straight over me. I had to go back and look at that again because it happened so fast. All I just saw was this like green blob go flying over me. Oh, we have a big crash.
Oh, what a big wreck.
Oh, Henrietta takes out Dewey Schramm as well there. There's that looks like Myatt Snyder's car right there. Did you look at the 36 all torn up in the grass?
Feel like John Peterson went into that turn thinking, call an ambulance, but not for me.
Ryan Pace around on the front straightaway as well. He's sliding through the grass. Maybe
I had quite the moment with Ryan during practice. I lost control coming off turn 4. Tried to gather it up in the grass on the front stretch. Couldn't gather it up and crashed into him while he was in the middle of a pit stop.
That's some pit stop practice right there. Give the crews some exercise.
Gotta be prepared for every single situation in this league.
You do. Expect the unexpected, and the unexpected pretty much guaranteed to happen. Still about the same as far as times go. Looks like Antonio Ruiz, actually, he's bopped up to 7th on the board. Give that rundown real quick. Bordeaux, Dixon, Ingram, Whitehill, and Barnes, the top 5. Nothing's changed there. Then Pace, Ruiz, Peterson, Murata, and Joyce, the top 10. All those guys separated by about 0.3 of a second. Again, we'll just ignore the 26 going across the top of the ticker there.
Yeah, he sucks. Pay no mind to him.
Well done, Daniel.
I mean, to be completely honest, Zach Webster and Daniel Asher got suspended infinitely before the start of the race.
I saw that. I was wondering what happened there because I was AFK.
We didn't compress our pit crews, so we were suspended infinitely.
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. I think they haven't noticed that Zach's on track, but they caught me.
Well, real quick, we're going to take this opportunity, since we're making fun of Daniel going around the track, let's go ahead and make fun of Chris going around the track. Here's the Chris ride along. I would be approximately 17th on the board with this lap, but we're going to go ahead and show it to you real quick. Here's a lap around Atlanta. All right, here we are at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Fast track, wore-out surface. Going off into turn 1 here, you want to back off just a little bit earlier than what I did here so you can get down to the bottom. But really any groove can work if your car is working in any other groove besides the bottom. Coming down the back straightaway, you're not straight for very long at all. Down to turn 3. Again, back off a little bit earlier than I did so you can get that left front right down on that yellow line. As the tires wear off, you'll start moving up further and further, and actually on this next lap that you'll see, my tires were already starting to give up. Wasn't really running a true race setup. It was more one of those stock setups. So we come down to the end of this corner. I decided to dive off a little bit deeper that time, and that time it just washed up the track. So I decided, coming down the back straightaway, well, we'll run the top lane coming into turn 3. So you want to back off a little bit earlier right here, and then get back in the gas as hard as you can. If the car sticks, you're just going to run a nice arc right there on the top of the track. Back off turn 4 and down the front straightaway. That's a lap around Atlanta Motor Speedway. Yeah, that lap wasn't the greatest, Daniel. Sorry about that. But, oh well. I think I may have had one of your tractor engines underneath mine, too, because I wasn't getting much speed at the end of those straightaways at all.
That's the power of Mahindra tractors, baby.
Take a look through the field here real quick, see if there's anybody new that's popped up out there. Looks like majority of the top runners are pretty well parked, it looks like, getting ready for qualifying here. About 6 minutes away.
The league is running a little bit late tonight because server went up a little late.
That actually worked
out. A little
to my
bit
benefit,
behind
actually.
schedule.
Yeah, that worked out to my benefit because I had some family over this evening. So if they hadn't have done that, this stream would have popped up probably around the same time, and we'd have a lot less practice. Probably would have popped in around qualifying, actually.
Oh, dang. I'm looking forward to heading back to my parents' house to watch the 500 with them tomorrow.
Scary wreck today in the Xfinity race for those that missed it. I'll have you guys
like me
take a look at that if you haven't already. Myatt Snyder taking a heck of a ride on the last lap. It's nice to throw in real racing into these broadcasts. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, with this being the first week of the real NASCAR season starting up.
Shout out to one of our members, Alex, Jag. We call him Jag. We all love Jag.
Oh yes.
We love and support Jag in this league. He works for RCR and got to celebrate a win with Austin Hill tonight.
He did.
That's awesome. I think that's his first race with the team, I believe. If you don't count the Clash.
It is his first race with the team. I'm trying to remember, is Austin Hill, is he a rookie completely in Xfinity? Has he started any races yet in that cruise? I can't remember.
He ran in the 61.
That's right.
For Hattori.
Yes, that's right. I knew there was a car.
I think he might have 7 or 8 starts. I don't know how many or what the number is exactly.
And it was definitely one of his first ones, but hey, to pull off a first win at Daytona with what you see can happen during those races, that's pretty cool. Our colleagues at JTN have noted that my ride along is Tommy's World. That's okay.
Tommy's World. It's Tommy's World.
I have to show off my lack of cup skills somehow, Joe. Just throwing it out there, man. Everybody's got to have a ride along in their broadcast. I wouldn't know what I was talking about. I'd like to say hey to Love Face. They're back on the chat. We don't love Face. That's not one we support. Got a little bit of a battle here on the front straightaway here. We'll drop back and take a look at it. We got Mikey, Henrietta, and DJ. Ooh, DJ starting to push Henrietta up the track a little bit there. Oh, and Darren, he gave up. Hope we get a chance to talk to John Peterson after qualifying. I think that's about the goal that we're going to look at there to get him in here and see how his race could progress tonight.
Riding along with Henrietta right now. I want to give a shout out to her. She's been improving every week.
Absolutely. She had a great run in the IndyCar race too last night. Right up there with us the whole night. Got shuffled at the end, but definitely has shown week-to-week improvement in every series, really.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's last right now in the standings, but she's within 0.4 of a second of the leader. She gains a 10th, she's up to 11th.
Practice speeds can be misleading.
Definitely
It's always about the long run. Like, can you keep your car under control? Can you survive the attrition? Can you just keep your car scratch-free? You can put up the fastest time in practice, and it's not going to mean anything if your car falls off after 3 laps.
That's exactly right. And just kind of looking through the field here at some guys that are running long runs like she is. Cam Barnes, for example, he's currently 6th on the board at a 29.47 on his fastest. He just ran a 30.75.
And Cam's been very focused on the long run this practice.
So that's a good comparison to what she's doing. And Henrietta's running 39s. So she's right, within a 10th or 2. That's very comparable over the long run. So as long as she doesn't lose too much time at the beginning of the run, that's going to be the key. You don't want to overdrive it to keep up with them either, but you want to keep something on the tires at the end as well.
Absolutely. I don't know how new she is to sim racing, because she kind of popped up in the league when I was in the middle of building my PC, I think. But
yeah, she's pretty new. She's probably ran the last season and a half of everything that we've ran, roughly. So, and as far as I'm aware, this is the first foray into it. So, doing very good.
Very good.
She's been very good at, if she's too slow, she will get out of your way, make sure that she's not in the way. Ooh, as Dewey takes the inside wall real hard off.
Yeah, I was going to mention how she's very good about staying out of people's way, moving over for the faster cars.
Holds the line
very
well.
Cam's spun out.
He's found the edge there on that long run. Oh,
I know.
Joyce takes the wall hard going into turn 1, and Dewey had nowhere to go.
I know hopping into the top series in a league can be a little bit intimidating in a way, because you don't want to ruin anyone's race. This is the one that everyone preps for. All the other leagues or all the other series are fixed setup, so you just show up, do your thing. So I'm looking forward to see how she progresses, if she's going to be more aggressive around people in the future.
It takes some time. It definitely takes some time to get used to that kind of thing. Okay, sounds like we're ready for qualifying. We'll step away for just a second. All right, welcome back to the USORL AlphaTauri Cup Series here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Letting the qualifying order go across. Well, actually, it's already switched over to happy hour, so I'll go ahead and read those off to you. Tommy Bordeaux got the pole with a 29.114. Jeff Dixon alongside with a 29.151. So basically the same as in practice. Noah Joyce with a third place run at 29.192. Sean Whitehill fourth at a 29.255. Barely edging out Ryan Pace in fifth with a 29.256. The rest of the top 10 is Huang Do, Cam Barnes, Cal Lovall, Zach Webster, and Antonio Ruiz. Rest of the field is Mikey Marotta, Henrietta Bordeaux with the 12th, DJ Harris 13th, Darren Ingram, we're going to need to find out what happened there. He's in 14th. Joey Stefanu in 15th, Zach Krastowski in 16th. He's the last one to qualify with a time. Dewey Schramm and John Peterson round out the field through 18th.
It's surprising to see Darren qualify 3/10 off his best practice lap. Darren's usually one of the better qualifiers in the league.
I heard something on the radio that he had an issue coming into turn 4 on the last lap. Kind of caught that on the scanner just briefly. Couldn't really tell exactly what happened. I might see if I can find that out before we take off here. They're doing the driver's meeting right now, so I'll try and find that out later. Them trying to figure out where the choose come was kind of humorous. It's by this sign, behind this sign, and around here. Make a note of this, Daniel. It's 134 laps, because I'll probably forget that several times tonight.
134 laps.
134 laps. Actually, I have that written down from the Darlington race, so that's actually pretty nice. It's kind of funny. My notes from Darlington are 134 laps. Tires, tires, tires. Not much grip. Basically, didn't really need to do anything else for tonight. So cool, we're right on target.
Just copy and paste.
That's what I like, man. Just efficiency is what we go for here. They may be cutting happy hour short a little bit here because of the server coming up late. Well, I'll tell you, that 57, that is a strong machine tonight again. He absolutely dominated the road course race last week.
That he did.
Which, really, are we surprised? I mean, let's just be
Not
honest.
surprised at all.
Yeah, let's just be honest.
I've only raced with Tommy a couple times, but he is a threat no matter what the track is, what the car is. I know from the JTN broadcast last year, he forewent the driving part to commentate for us, and you can tell with every passing race that he really wanted to be out there.
There's been moments where I've wanted to get out there, but then I do the ride-along video, and I'm like, nah.
And today was just one of those days where it's like, I really don't feel like racing. I'm going to race anyways, but I don't feel like racing. Then I got on track, and it's like, oh, God, I'm not racing.
It seems like it's harder to do that after you've watched the real race. I seem to find that out. Sometimes it inspires me to race, but when it's this late, it's kind of like the adrenaline's kind of already been taken out of me because of watching the real stuff, and you're just kind of exhausted after that.
Right.
All right, we want to see if we can grab John Peterson here. I'm just going to scare him. I'm just going to drag him over here. What do you think?
Do it.
He's not even going to have an idea that I'm doing this. This would be great. John Peterson, Chris Piggott in the Fast 29 booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going tonight?
Well, it's going pretty good. I got a pretty fast Ford Motorcraft number 7 Fusion
Fusion?
Mustang.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah,
all right, John.
Your buddy's up here in the booth now. He's going to mess with you now.
Yeah, I know that EB Racing was focusing on the long run for this race. How's the car feeling out there?
Well, we definitely have, I feel like we've dialed in a lot of speed on the long runs. It's pretty hard to get long runs in this league, as you guys probably know during practice, but I feel like we've really tuned in a really fast horse here, and I feel like we have a pretty fast pony for this race.
Yeah, EB Racing looks fast, as always. Not really. We're not always fast. We're the only Ford team. We get all the support, though. Hey, that's good at least. But
well, here's my question for you.
What is?
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Dana. You had something?
I was just gonna play into. What do you think of Mahindra Tractors stepping up as the official tractor of EB Racing?
Well, I tell you, they're pretty good, but let me tell you, nothing runs like a deer, man.
God, you're not supposed to say that. That's a breach of contract.
There might be some sponsorship issues coming forward on this team later on. Stay tuned.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that they sponsor me and not you.
If you want the wicked fast, amazing lawnmower, let me tell you, I got a decal on my car for a Skeg lawnmowers, and you cannot get something that cuts grass cleaner than Skeg.
I kind of concur.
Okay, but can you put a Skeg engine into a race car and run a 30-second lap with it at Atlanta like we did a Mahindra Tractors engine with my car?
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive feat by the EB Racing engineers, I must say.
We have the best engineers in the league. No doubt about it.
Clearly, absolutely.
We do absolutely nothing with it, but you know what? We got the best.
Yeah, we do. It's just we're down a dev driver. And we wish we had a driver run like simulations and stuff. But with us being the only Ford team, it really limits us in that aspect of things. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I ever do run again, you do have one more Ford team out there, but it's just depending on if me and Jamie can get our stuff together here to get out there. Yeah. Now that I'm up here, it's kind of hard to be down there too. But anyway, back to the race. John, how is the track tonight? Obviously, Daniel had his issues, but what are you feeling out there in that 7 car?
Well, I really like the track. I think passing is going to be incredibly hard to do. With the track being really high line dependent or middle line dependent, I think you're going to see a lot of crashes in this race with people running that middle line and someone running the high line, the guy in the middle line drifting up about turn 2 going off and turn 3 going up. I think that's where you're going to see most of your wrecks. But I think it's going to be a fun track. A lot of tire wear. I think my car, when I ran a full fuel sequence, I think I lost like a second and a half via tire wear. So that should be fun to play with the strategy with tires, and hopefully we get a few tire runs in the race.
That's kind of what Daniel and I were talking about during practice. It seemed like there's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding. I mean, this is Atlanta. Very old surface. We were joking earlier about how this surface hasn't been paved since NASCAR Racing 2. So you've got that aspect of it. You've got some pretty aggressive guys out there. Tire wear is going to be a premium. It's going to be kind of like Darlington, just down here in Georgia instead.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope it does run like Darlington, because I felt that given what EPR was running at Darlington, we were flying there at some points of the race. I think I was in the top 5, Cal was in the top 5, Zach was running top 8. Cam was in the top 5 most of the race.
Dan existed.
Dan had a lot of speed, I thought, for coming out of retirement and that being like his first real racetrack in NR that he's ran since Michigan season 6,
something like that.
It had been a couple of years from what he said. Yeah,
really well.
Absolutely.
I just remember Michigan season 6 because I finished second by half a foot.
Well, John, we'll let you get back to business. Thanks for taking a few minutes with us, and we'll try to hopefully not talk to you too much during the race. We'll hopefully not have too many cautions, but again, this is the USRL. It's Atlanta, slippy slidey. Probably talk to you a few times at least.
All right. I'm glad that you got wireless mouse, by the way, Chris.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yes, it's very, very helpful on this laptop. Thank you. John,
good luck. Good luck tonight, John.
Yes,
all right. I look forward to talking to you guys. Hopefully I talk to you guys at the end of the race, too, in victory lane.
Sounds good, buddy. John Peterson, driver of the number 7 Motocraft Ford Mustang tonight. We'll be back in just a second. Back here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, happy hour just about done with. No surprise again, the 57's at the top. 29.332 for Tommy Bordeaux. Darren Ingram second, Hong Do third, Dewey Schramm fourth, and Antonio Ruiz rounds out the top 5 in this happy hour session. got about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so left. So, Daniel, what do you say? Let's bring Blake in here. Let's get this show started.
Get it going.
Guess we got a little off track, but love knows a way back through the storms and pouring rain. Got my hands on the wheel and I'm flying, heartbeat loud as the thunder rolls, riding in on a stampede of lightning. I'm bringing back the sunshine, bringing back the sunshine. Baby, it's about time. Oh, bring it back. Oh, yeah.
All right, welcome back to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Getting ready for the green flag in the USORL AlphaTauri Cup Series. Glad to have you with us here this evening. Tommy Bordeaux on the front row with Jeff Dixon. 134 laps here at this 1.5 mile track. Coming into the Geico starting zone, and the green flag is up, and here we go. Little wheel spin there on the bottom line there. But everybody gets away clean. Tommy Bordeaux and Jeff Dixon leads them into turn one. Bordeaux pulls it out about 4 car lengths as Whitehill comes to the inside of Dixon. About 2 wide behind him for the next 2 spots.
Surprisingly clean first lap.
Pleasantly surprising first lap. We're going to let Tommy pull away a little bit. Let's drop back there. The battle for second is really heating up. 6 cars under a blanket down the front straightaway. Whitehill, Dixon, Joyce, and Hong Do. Pace coming up the outside, and Lovall's right there with him too. Did you see smoke there off of 4, Daniel? Or was that just me? I thought there might have been something from a previous lap there.
Sure.
Ooh, Dixon got a little loose on the bottom. He slides up the track. No, I'm sorry. That's my fencing that I'm seeing in that corner. It's kind of bleeding over. It just looked like smoke the last time. All good. Bordeaux leads. Whitehill second. Dixon third. Joyce fourth. And Doe is fifth. Ryan Pace has got that high line working right now. That's just where he is riding right now. He's probably one that's going to try to conserve those tires and just kind of run a conservative line up at the top.
I'm not sure what happened to Henrietta, but she's showing 2 laps down. I'll have to go back and find out what happened.
Maybe that's what that smoke was. There may have actually been smoke there. 'Cause I'm not sure if these skid marks that we're seeing in turn 4 might have been her.
Indeed they are.
That's what it was. Let's see if we can cut back and take a look at that. Unfortunate. We've been talking about her all night, how she's been improving. Got one around off turn 4. That might have been Henrietta again.
Oh, it's the 47 of Joey
Oh,
Stefano.
there he is. Yep, there he goes. Yep. I am not live. I apologize. That's what happened. We'll let this kind of cycle through. Yeah, there we go.
I was a bit lost there because I was trying to figure out where you were.
For some reason, my broadcast was not live. My apologies. Now we're live. Back up front. Tommy Bordeaux leads. My apologies. We got a replay live in a way here. My apologies. But again, single car spin off turn 4. 47 car. No harm, no foul. I forgot when I went into hop in the car and retire that when you do that, it doesn't stay live. I think that's why there was a little bit of a delay there. So I think we took the green a couple seconds late too.
It happens. We're all learning.
In the words of Forrest Gump, sometimes. All right. Hey, if you can't have fun, it's not worth doing, right?
Right. Man, we got a lot of cars battling for 9th place.
Let's drop back there and take a look at it.
Darren just went around Cal, took the position.
Cal's starting to fall back a little bit there, it looks like. He had that outside line going, so not for sure if he's going up there by design or if he's just biding his time a little bit. He kind of did the same thing at Darlington. He was real quiet the entire race. Kind of conserving his equipment the entire race, but once the chips were down, he was right there in the fight at the end.
That's the Cal love all way.
See, I would do that, but I just don't have I'm not usually close enough to the front at the end to make it work out. But enough about me. Let's focus on this.
Darren has the bottom rolling right now.
Yeah, he's starting to pull away from that pack. Remember, he started well back in the field. He's already up.
In practice, we found it difficult to get any speed on the bottom. So seeing Darren chase down some people running the low line in these turns, pretty impressive to start.
He's pretty much the only one that I see right now that is consistently running that bottom line. I'm going to kind of slide back up to the front here and see what we got.
And everyone else is rolling the middle and the top.
Tommy Bordeaux, the leader, he just tried to run the bottom, hit the yellow line, and slid up, and Whitehill is closed up to within 2 to 3
Cal got
cars.
into the wall.
Cal Lovall catches the wall off 2. It's like
Got battle for the lead.
Darren Ingram also caught the wall into 1 as well. But here we go, battle for the lead.
Sean Whitehill.
Coming to the inside. You were saying about the bottom? Here he comes.
Here he comes. Voted best paint scheme of the race.
By 1 in the booth here.
New leader.
New leader, 45. Tommy Bordeaux falls back to 2nd, and Dixon is right there as well. Here comes Dixon. He's looking to the outside of Bordeaux. Bordeaux looks like he's struggling right in the center of the corner. You see how he gets down the bottom, and then right in the center, it starts sliding up. losing his momentum off, and here comes Dixon with the run on the outside. See if he can make that stick going into 3. Nope, he falls back in line, but now he's going to try to see if there's anything on the bottom as Bordeaux slides up. He had to back out there. He was looking head on at that wall. Dixon takes second. These 3 Toyotas under a blanket going into turn 1.
Love seeing Sean leading this race.
Good to see. They lap around the 47.
.47 tagged the wall.
Oh, and Whitehill's around off turn 2. The leader by himself off of 2. He's going to catch the inside wall. Disappointing for the 45.
He blew a left front also.
I mean, he may have both tires down. Looks like both fronts are down on the 45. What a heartbreak.
If you spin, this track will eat those tires right up.
Oh, Ryan Pace is around off turn 2 as well. He's on the inside of the back straightaway in the 15. Pace caught the outside wall off of 2 is what he's reporting, and he's got a flat tire as well going into 3. Track is so abrasive. Those old 1996, 97 pixels are starting to eat these tires up every time you slide them. Whitehill in the pits gets 4 tires.
Those pixels are unforgiving.
I'm going to try not to use that joke all night, but I was really proud of it when I wrote it earlier.
Tommy's on pit road.
I was wondering where Bordeaux went, and he sure did duck in the pits. Apparently that TWB Camry has got a little bit more of an issue than what we thought. Looks like he's taking definitely right sides. He's got to be going all the way around on this. There's no way.
Right.
Yep, there
2 tires at this track just isn't going to work.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jeff Dixon with a 4.3 second lead right now over Michael Murata. Sounds like everybody's starting to pit. Mikey Murata's about to come in. He just drifted up, though, so he has decided never mind. He said he caught a push there in the middle of 3 and 4, and he's like, I'm not going to cut across Huang Do trying to get in the pits here. That's another thing we need to keep an eye on all night is this pit entrance is not the easiest one to get on, especially with as rough as this track is.
Don't want to pull a Quinn Half here.
No, definitely not.
47's coming off pit road, and Antonio's on pit road.
Here comes Murata into the pits. Huang Do got loose off of 4 right in front of Darren Ingram, who is, guess where he's at? He matches his car number. Huang's going to dive into the pits this time by in the 01. That's going to hand second over to Darren Ingram, who is reporting his tires are still well within good operating range. I just heard on the scanner he's about 70%. And Huang Do just faked everybody out, including the broadcasters, about coming into the pits. He must know I'm listening to him. Just wanted to mess with me. Darren Ingram still takes second, though, so I get the last laugh. Antonio Ruiz coming off pit road. Right now, we're on. You think this is a little early for pit stops here? We're on lap 26. You think these guys have a little bit more of an aggressive setup than what we were expecting? Or is this about what we were thinking?
I feel a lot of these guys probably went the more aggressive route setup-wise. I'm a bit surprised to see or hear that Darren's tires are still doing as well as they are with him running as low as he's been.
That's been surprising for me, too. He's about a second and a half off of his fastest lap. Of course, he was fighting traffic there. He ran a 29.577 as his fastest lap. His last lap was a 31, but he might have been trying to get by the 11. Now the 11's coming to his outside with fresh tires. He ran a 31.079 that time. So, yeah, he's about a second and a half off. And like you said, he's running that low to mid lane. Now he's drifting way up off of 2 this time and just about caught the wall. Hong Do right behind him.
Antonio gave us a great presentation of what fresh tires will do for you speed-wise here. Look at the gap he's already put onto 3.
He's coming to the line now, and here comes Tommy Bordeaux, who also pitted about 5 or 6 laps ago. Of course, we know how fast that machine is anyway, but look at him take them both right there in turn 1 and 2.
I don't think he needs fresh tires to do that.
He doesn't, but it kind of concerned me how he was the first one in and trying to get the lap back now. Dixon's still about 8 seconds ahead of these two guys, but these two guys are about to pit now. Here they come, the 3 and the 01 together. Don't slide them, Darren. Oh, well done staying off the grass. Cam Barnes comes in with them as well. So second, third, and fourth come in. We're going to need to find out if that 3 sped coming in. That was a little close.
Darren's got that 3 car hooked up good today.
Absolutely.
We're legally not allowed to say the sponsor of his car because Red Bull is the title sponsor of the Cup Series. But
no, we can say that now.
It's
the AlphaTauri series now.
But AlphaTauri is part of Red Bull.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's Red Bull's fashion brand.
That's right. See, that's why you're in here. You have this knowledge that me as a boomer do not have. So thank you.
I was the one who pitched the AlphaTauri title change.
Oh, we got trouble, big trouble. Turn 4. Caution's out. Whitehill, Zach Webster around. Turn 3,
Webster's
big crash.
Destroyed. John Peterson's involved in race reporter.
Joey Stefano as well up against the outside wall in turn 4. That happened really quick right when we were watching Whitehill come around the track. It looked like Webster got around in 3 somehow. We'll go back and take a look at that.
He just lost it. Gotta hold the brake, Zach.
Whitehill was just a victim of circumstances. He spun on his own coming down while he was leading, going off a 2 and hitting the backstretch wall. Here's we got Webster coming down into turn 3 here. Just gets loose on entry. Hits the outside wall very hard. And as you said, he's going to slide down the track. I think he's trying to get out of the way and didn't realize there was this much traffic coming. And Whitehill, Peterson, and Stefano had nowhere to go trying to avoid it. Whitehill not too happy on the radio here. Wouldn't really know why. Not for sure if how severe the damage is. Looks like everybody is still rolling that was involved in that. So it looks like we did get through the full cycle of pit stops there before this yellow came out. Bordeaux leading Jeff Dixon. Looks like this is about where we were before, it looks like. The 36 behind Dixon there, he is a lap down. Pits open this time by. We'll see which ones the leaders decide to... Oh, Dixon stays out. What do you think about that move?
I think Dixon pit the lap the caution came out, or the lap before the caution came out, so it'll be interesting to see if he's able to hold on to the lead on the restart with just that minor of a difference between tire age.
I think he may have been, I think you're maybe right. I think he came in as the caution was coming out. Darren Ingram's going to...
John Peterson stays out on track.
But he's a lap down. I guess he decided I think he pitted right after the wreck there. So I think that's probably why he's stayed out. Darren Ingram wins the race off pit road. Bordeaux second. Zach Krastowski comes off third. 36, once again, he's a lap down. He's going to drop to the back. Cal Lovell, Michael Murata, Noah Joyce, Wong Do, and Cam Barnes. So they're going to try and go out this next time by. They're going to choose the next time by. They're still trying to figure out where that choose cone is.
Guys, it's at the entrance of turn 3.
There's sometimes I really wish I could put some of this commentary that I'm hearing on the scanner into this, and maybe someday we'll figure it out. But I just heard on the scanner, where is the choose cone, followed by you just ran over it. Life in the USORL, everybody. That's it right there. Peterson and Pace dive off to the pit road. Dixon continues to stay out, so I think you're right. That pitting right on the yellow, this worked to perfection for him if it works out as far as the tire management goes.
I think it's going to be pretty hard to hold off that 3 car in the 57.
I'll be honest with you. I feel a little bit more strongly about the 3 than the 57 right now. That 3 has shown some long-distance speed. I think they may have figured out something. And not a moment too soon. That 3 of Darren Ingram, he has had horrific luck. We talked to him last week at Trois-Rivières about his luck, and it has not been pretty the last several weeks in any series in the USRL. So seeing him up front right now, I like it, but hold your breath.
Unfortunately, that's just what happens when you're sponsored by Redacted Energy in a Red Bull titled league.
Maybe we'll talk to him about that later. Choose cone. Dixon takes the bottom. Ingram on the top. Bordeaux and Krastowski in row 2. Murata and Lovell in row 3. Joyce and Doe in 4. Barnes decided to take that ARCA 3 wide line on the very high side back there. They are coming to the green lap, coming to lap 35. 99 laps to go here at Atlanta. Geico restart zone. Green back in the air.
Oh, 31 spun his tires.
Definitely did. Joyce back there. He's going to fall back. He kind of gets out of the way. Dixon gets away. Sounds like he missed a shift. Just hearing out on the radio. Dixon, Bordeaux, Ingram, and Bordeaux dives it into turn 3 on the outside of Dixon. He's going to take over the top spot.
I honestly can't tell you if that's just the difference between one lap fresher tires or if that's just the power of Tommy.
Bordeaux has some definite short run speed. We've seen that earlier. Now it's just a question of, did he make the right adjustments on the pit stop to maybe make it last a little longer for him? He was one of the first ones in. Hearing reports that the 51 is having issues with the internet. He's starting to blink a little bit back there, so we'll keep an eye on that.
I would hope that he's blinking. It's a basic human function.
The car is blinking on the track, Mr. Asher, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Beautiful insight as always. Thank
I'll be
you.
here all night.
Yes, you will. Thank you. There you can see it on the screen there, the 51 back there. Having a little warping issue.
That is a beautiful looking UPS machine.
Man, I wonder who designed that.
I have no idea. Whoever they are, they definitely deserve to design more cars in real life. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hit me up, Stuart Haas.
You heard it here first.
Actually, no. Stuart Haas has Harris Lou. They don't need me.
Bordeaux pulls it out to about a second advantage over the 14 of Dixon. He is 0.3 of a second faster right now than the rest of the field.
Fortunately, I think he's just being a bit too aggressive, I feel. Diving it into the turns way too hard.
We saw that the last time. He pulled out to about this far of an advantage on the start, and within about 10 to 15 laps, the pack caught him. I still think that 3, he's got that long run speed. And he really doesn't change his line much. He's running right above the bottom seam. It seems like right, especially in 1 and 2. He kind of has a very consistent line through there. You can kind of see it right there. He's going a little lower this time as they go around the 47 there. He had an issue going into 3.
It's interesting to see more people running the bottom in this run. First run was all high line except for Darren running the bottom. Now everyone seems to be giving the bottom a shot.
The placebo effect of fresh tires. We got fresh tires on. Let's be Superman for 10 laps. But that's what the 57 did. And you saw what happened. He fell back very quickly enough to where he had to pit. We'll drop back in the pack a little bit here. There's Huang Do taking a look at the inside of Zach Krastowski. That's a battle for 5th place.
Oh, the 47's around off turn 2.
Single car?
Single car.
Yep, there he is. Peterson. Okay, good job. I was worried about him for just a second there. 47.
Zach Webster is retired from the race.
47 lost every tire. That's going to be a fun trip back to the pits. Ingram takes over 2nd away from Dixon. Murata looking to the inside as well. Battle for 3rd going into turn 3. That 8 car is digging on the bottom.
We couldn't highlight it early because of her spin, but Henrietta is doing an excellent job hanging with the pack this run.
She's a lap down in 15th.
We were talking about in practice how much she's improved week to week. It's great to see her running with the pack. Soon she's going to be up there competing, being more aggressive, with taking positions and such. It surely helps that her brother, it's brother, right? Yes. Tommy's her brother?
Yep.
Her brother is probably one of the best driver in the league.
And we're watching her right now going to turn 3.
Couldn't ask for a better driver instructor.
Absolutely. That confidence seems to be building each and every race. That's good. Of course, she's got caught a lap down with the spin early on in turn 3. Doesn't look like it damaged the car any, though. That Baskin-Robbins machine still in pretty good shape. Back up front, Bordeaux with a 1.7 second lead over Darren Ingram now. Looks like Murata had an issue. He's fallen back to 5th now. He was up there battling with Dixon. But Doe has gotten around him. And he's fallen about 2 car lengths back off of him. But you're right, they're definitely bottom feeding this run. Everybody, all around the track.
Hearing reports that Webster has been cleared and left the infield care center. Can see if we can get a hold of him for an interview.
We'll definitely make an attempt to do that. He definitely took a hard couple of shots there in 3 and 4. Having a little communication issue trying to get a hold of those that have left the track, but see if we can get that going. In other words, my laptop locked up. Oh, we got caution out. Turn 2. Oh, Cam Barnes is around. We got Zach Krastowski around.
Krastowski.
Sounds like
The 15 Orion Pace is a part of that too.
Sounds like Krastowski. I guess he has a flat tire. It just took off in turn 3. He was saying he just got loose going off of turn 2. Let's go take a look at that. See what we got. Turn 2, Krastowski coming off of 2. You see it start to yaw out right in front of Lovell. Around he goes. Whitehill misses him. Yep, there's Ryan Pace clipping him. Barnes got clipped by DJ Harris. Henrietta dives to the inside.
Excellent job. Cam did an excellent job of keeping that car going.
Yes, he did. It's Henrietta Bordeaux. She did a great job initially avoiding him, and she came right across DJ Harris trying to avoid that.
Oh.
Pits open this time by.
All right, it looks like we have Zach. Zach Webster, driver of the 95 Fire Alarm Services Ford Mustang. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, it looks like the long run strategy for EB hasn't really been playing off all that well. But what happened out there?
I kind of struggled right at the beginning of the run, just going off into 3. If I ever did that high entry, every now and then it would try to break loose, and a couple times I was able to save it and keep going. I think one time I brushed the wall on entry, saved it, and then just got in the wall again to keep from spinning. And then a run later, we had just come off pit road, just gotten 4 tires, and was just trying to get back going again, and it just broke out from under me going into 3, and I just backed it in the fence, and then I was trying to hold the brake to keep from rolling down into anybody, and I still wound up sliding down in front of, I think it was Sean, and I guess Mikey was involved in that. So, definitely didn't mean to roll down the track in front of him, but I had to tried to have the car stopped, and it just kept sliding.
Yeah, it was a really unfortunate break for you there. But
yeah, I mean, I guess it happens, and then once you damage the back of one of these cars at a track like this, it's too loose to hang on to.
Yeah, we hate to hear that, Zach. It seemed like a lot of the guys are struggling once again with seams. Seems to be a problem again. So
it honestly feels like what happened in turn 3. It felt like a seam the way it just broke loose on me. I was able to catch it a couple times. That last time I couldn't catch it.
Well, we hate to see it you're out, Zach, but appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. We're about to go back green here, but we appreciate the time, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Zach Webster, driver of the FAS number 95 Ford Mustang tonight. Back to the Geico restart zone. Tommy Bordeaux leads Huang Do back to the line. Darren Ingram comes to the inside. Boy, Bordeaux got so much of a jump, I had to drop back to see the rest of the field. There we go. Darren Ingram leads that pack off at turn 2 with Dixon, Doe, and Marotta. Marotta dives to the inside of Doe, trying to take over 4th. Lovell still running that high line back there in 6th. Oh, he's warping again back there, giving DJ Harris a little bit of a scare. That's some extreme blocking right there. I mean, it takes a lot to block all the track at once with one of these rides, but Cal Lovell is definitely doing it tonight. I'm impressed.
Absolutely. And you'd think he'd be driving a UPS truck out there. But as we all know, only cool people get to drive the truck.
That is true. Darren Ingram leads this pack again off of turn 2. Here comes Dixon taking a look to the inside. Bordeaux again with this huge jump on the rest of the field. Of course, there's a little bit of a shorter run that last time, so we didn't really get the chance to see if the tires are going to be a situation that we had to look at there.
Cautions in the pit stops fall the right way.
Ooh.
It's going to be damn near impossible to beat that 57.
It is, especially in the short run. But here comes Dixon to the inside of Ingram. Marotta going to try and follow him. Looks like they've made a little bit of an adjustment on that 3 that may have made that short run a little bit worse. Or the other guys may have been able to figure out something to make their short run speed a little bit better.
Shout out to the run that Mikey's having. It's awesome to see him up there competing.
Definitely. Here's on board with Darren Ingram as he looks back at Huang Do. Starting to see a little bit more of a spread out side by side this time. Not as many guys just riding that white line. About half the pack back in here, right around where Ingram's running, and about the first. Oh, there goes DJ.
Oh, someone's around.
Caution's out. Oh, Cam Barnes is all torn up. A lot of damage to the right side of the 12 car. Go back and take a look at that. Starting to Hear a little bit more complaining about the 51 warping on the radio.
Caution's a break for our improving week-to-week driver. Henrietta's going to be back on the lead lap.
That is the case. You're right. Looks like DJ got close to the 51 going into turn 2, and again, you can see, this is in slow-mo, but you can see how much that 51 is warping line to line there, and it just takes the 32 around, and the 12 just has nowhere to go, and they both take the wall hard on the outside in turn 2. Looks like the 36 and the 31 get by cleanly. There goes Krastowski. Sean Whitehill needs another change of pants again, it looks like. He's been around a lot of them tonight.
The 47 is stopped against the inside wall on the backstretch.
Indeed he is. There he is. Oh, it sounds like a motor blew up.
And it's been a difficult race for that car.
Yep, it blew up. And it sounds like we're also having issues with the 45 as well. I'm hearing on the radio that the 45 may be having an engine problem. He's reporting that that engine may end up in the 95's door. That's probably why it's not running as well as it should be. So there we go. We'll let that be what that means there. But caution flag, pit stops out. We'll see if we can maybe grab John Peterson here during this caution if we've got a minute. See if he's too busy to talk or not. They've been doing these quickie yellows, so we haven't really been having a chance to grab too many interviews during these yellows. They're about to come off the pit lane now, and they're going to be doing the choose cone this time by. And taking the... They should be taking the green, too. 47 still sitting back there. I guess he's just going to leave it back there and wait for the valet.
Seems like a safety hazard.
Yeah. That's what they're kind of discussing right now. Choose cone, Bordeaux to the inside, Dixon to the inside. Ingram's going to take the top. All right, so 61 laps complete. Bordeaux and Ingram on the front row. Dixon and Doe in row 2. Murata and Lovell in row 3. Whitehill with maybe half an engine. And Joyce in row 4. Krastowski and Ruiz in row 5. That's your top 10 as we come to the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air. A late restart right at the line. Bordeaux jumps out to about a car length. Ingram going to try and drop down in front of Dixon, and he does it. Dixon and Doe battle side by side for third, with Murata looking to the bottom, trying to figure out which dancing partner to take down the backstretch. Well, Lovell sent it in there in turn 3 that time. And again, still warping back there.
The wrecker finally removed the 47 from the track.
Good to hear. Way to go, AMR safety team.
We love and support the AMR safety team. I'm not sure if that 40 or 45's got engine problems because he's making a charge right now.
I think he just may have been reporting that he's just a little bit down because of the damage that he got with the 95, I think is what he was more reporting. It was a little bit garbled in the transmission at the same time that the 47 blew up, so it might have just been, he might have just been echoing that he had engine problems because the 47 did, so that's probably what it was about. Because he is still falling back there on that bottom line. He's able to keep up, but not like he was earlier. Bordeaux leads Ingram, Dixon, Murata, and Doe, your top 5. Joyce, Lovall, Ruiz, Whitehill, and Dewey Schramm. Another top 10 run tonight.
Oh, Dewey. Slide job on DJ there.
Harris is 11th. Krastowski, Pace, and Barnes is 14th. That's your lead lap cars. Our in-race reporter, Peterson, is 15th. Henrietta Bordeaux, 16th. And like I said earlier, the 47 blew up, and Zach Webster is out with the earlier crash. Dixon and Marotta, they're starting to get a little racy back there for third. Look at that battle. This is out the back of Darren Ingram. Seems to settle
You
out
can
now.
definitely see the struggles of the 45 now.
Yeah, he's fallen all the way back to the back of the tail end of the lead lap now. He's back in 14th. Definitely down on power after that hit. He did report that the majority of his engine is probably in the door of the 95, so they'll need to get that back before the end of the race if they don't mind.
I'm sorry, it's now property of EB Racing.
That'll be a topic of discussion in the hauler later, I'm sure. Ooh, Marotta, he catches the apron going into turn 3. Slides up the track. Joyce gets by. Hong Do comes to the inside as well. That
Great
could
job
have been
gathering that
lost.
up.
That could have been a lot worse. Oh, Cal. Still a blinky boy back there.
Starting to think that Cal might be driving the 14 and Jeff's driving the 51.
Definite similarities there, isn't there?
It's the only explanation I have for the blinkiness.
That 14 has been solid tonight with his internet, so
Surprisingly.
and solid in third. Battle for fifth in front of them. Noah Joyce on the bottom. I'm sorry, this is a battle for fourth. Joyce taking it over from Doe. Doe coming right up to the back of the 31. Takes a peek. Stays in line for now. Oh, Joyce got loose into 3. He's going to slide to the wall. Oh, hang on to it, buddy. Stays up against the wall. Lovall comes to the inside. Ruiz almost gets in the grass trying to get it by him. Great save by Noah Joyce. He'll fall back to 8th. He just came on the radio and said he's never had a car do that before, and it was kind of, he kind of just slid into 3, and it just wouldn't stop sliding until he got to the wall, and then he kind of ended up overcorrecting it. DJ Harris comes to the inside. He'll take over 8th. As Joyce trying to catch his breath. Joyce is now reporting that the right front feels like it's not even on the car anymore. Battle for 8th, DJ Harris and Cam Barnes. Almost catches the wall off of turn 2. Barr's going to come to the inside. Meanwhile, up front, Dixon coming around Ingram. This has been a great battle almost all night between these two. .76 laps complete out of 134 here at Atlanta.
Getting far enough into the run now where you're starting to see the lap time swing in favor of the 14 and the 3 compared to the 57.
Yep, he's not as far out in front anymore. They've closed it up from 1.4 seconds at its widest on this restart. It's down to under a half a second now.
14, 0.3 of a second faster than that lap.
Well, let's just go ahead and take a look and see. This is out the back of Tommy Bordeaux. You see that M&M's car getting closer and closer. Jaws theme music, please cue up. Oh, Bordeaux slides up the track. He's in the wall off turn 2. Here comes Dixon to the inside. Dixon to the point. Once again, what are we about? Yeah, restart was at lap 61. We're 17 laps in. That 57 starts falling off. Just came on the radio that Tommy was checking something with the pit crew, and that's why he slid up in the wall. So it may not have been a tire situation, but more communication failure, maybe. And he just slid up in the wall.
I did something similar last week. You get to communicating with the pit crew.
Spin off turn 4. Caution is out. Sorry to interrupt you, Daniel. Oh, Henrietta's around on the front straightaway. Krastowski, Ruiz. Think that may be it. But Henrietta got turned around on that one. Let's go back and take a look at see what happened here. Looks like the 11 might be the one that kind of started this one here.
Looks like the 11 just lost it.
This coming off of turn 2. This coming through 3, coming off of 4. He's underneath Ryan Pace. Dewey Schramm just behind and right in the center of the corner. You see it start to slide. Pretty much right there on that bottom seam. And around he goes. He's going to catch the outside.
Henrietta had to go through the grass to avoid that and went for a little slide afterwards.
She kind of slid sideways off of 4 to miss him and got in the grass.
Great job keeping him off the wall there.
Just goes for a slide through the quad oval. And Krastowski, I think, was just trying to miss the 11. I just happened to see him late. He was in the grass through the restart zone area. So he actually wasn't directly involved with that.
Our in-race reporter gets the free pass.
Good for John. Let's go ahead and give him a shout out real quick here. There he is in the 7 car.
That puts all cars on the lead lap.
If you're still on the track, you are on the lead lap. So that means we are multiple laps down. But that's okay.
I don't know if there was a scoring error or something, but
I see the same thing. It looks like they gave him a lap by accident.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Henrietta Bordeaux. She was supposed to get the free pass the last time, and evidently there was a communication error with the booth. She had actually already gotten that lap back on a previous restart, and evidently that was not noted by someone, and they thought that they needed to give her that. So she has now scored a lap ahead, but that should get cycled back around. They figured that out. So here we come.
We now have a petition going on in the in-game chat, letting Henrietta keep the lap lead. 4 signatures so far.
I'll co-sign that. Where do I sign?
Go sign. Make it 5 and make it 6.
Good stuff. Oh, tight coming up pit road here. Dixon's going to beat out Bordeaux.
Not sure if Tommy agrees with that.
It definitely looked like the 14 beat the 57 out to me. I don't know. Well, guess what we can do? We can go back and look. If this yellow line coming off the pit lane is what we're looking at, right here, this is coming. We're on the side of the 14, and the front of the splitter is on the yellow line on this angle, and Tommy is not past it. So I'll just let them roll with it. Green flag coming back out, so let's go get back up front. Bordeaux takes him into the restart zone. Green flag back up.
Poor start for Dixon there.
Definitely. I guess it really didn't matter. They were on the front row anyway, so really they would have chose opposite anyway, so it didn't really matter. So here we go. Bordeaux leads Ingram. Dixon with that poor start falls back into third. Battle for third with Barnes. Well, this is a knot coming off of turn 4. Dixon, Barnes, Marotta, Doe, and Lovall, and the rest of them. Ooh, Dixon looks like he got a little loose in the middle of the corner there, trying to dive to the bottom underneath Ingram. What a pack this is coming down the back straightaway. Oh, Dewey goes up and smacks the wall in turn 3. He's staying up against the wall way to keep that away from everybody else. Just a single car. Back up to this battle for 2nd through 10th-ish as they come off turn 2 as Bordeaux just takes off again. This is lap 85. Get back to us around lap 96, and we'll see how close this 3 is to the 57 again if we stay green. Again, reporting the 51 warping. Noah Joyce comes to the inside. Getting down to crunch time, Daniel, now.
Get a long green flag run to end this race. It's going to be pretty exciting.
But the way the yo-yo effect has been out front, I mean, you got this snarling pack back here from second on back. Marotta slides up. He keeps it off the wall. But once Bordeaux's tires fall off, you're right, it's going to be a battle. If we get a late yellow, it's the 57s. But if we get a long green, it's going to be one of these two, the 3 and the 14. Twelve cars had enough. He's diving to the apron. He's going to drop to the back. warping issues just cannot get figured out. Boy, this pack is bunching up big time. This is 2nd through 7th on your screen, basically, right here. 14, 3,
And,
8
yep.
to 1.
Cal has taken it to the garage.
Yeah, it's just one of those deals where internet issues, you hate them.
On a list of things you just hate to see, that is definitely one of them.
That's the worst one. That's the one that's the least out of your control. That and random breakdowns. Which, let's not talk too much about those while we're focused on the 3 car. Marotta looking to the inside of the 3 now, looking for 3rd. Oh, he catches that apron again. He's going to slide up in front of Doe. Joyce going to try and take advantage of both of them.
That was great situational awareness by Huang there.
His exact words on the radio were,
I concur.
Barnes coming to the outside as well, trying to make it 3 wide. And immediately after I say that, they go back single file. That's one of the things I love about this track. You saw through turn 3. They're single file down the front straightaway, but going into the corners, everybody has a different line. You gotta love tracks like that where you have options. Sometimes those options are made for you, like what you saw with the 8 car there sliding up, but when you're able to drive your car where you want it to go and you can make time on the guy in front of you that can't run there, it's a beautiful thing. .92 laps complete, starting 93. Actually, I'm corrected. 93, starting 94. Bordeaux out to a 1.5 second lead over the 14 of Jeff Dixon. We're getting now close to where we might see that fall off again. We'll keep an eye on it for you. This time by, he's holding steady, so that means he's probably right there on the edge of where his tires are going to start falling off here. Pleasantly surprised to see Barnes still holding station there in 7th after he and 32 of DJ Harris got together earlier. And DJ's running still top 10. Look who's also still top 10, the 45. We talked earlier about how he had that engine problem after the accident in turn 3 with Zach Webster earlier. But he's still up there in 8th.
TRD Power just can't make up its mind on what it wants to do. Speaking of TRD Power, we have not one of their drivers here. Cal Lovell, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here, Dan.
Internet issues tonight.
Transponder issues.
Yeah, we'll call it that. I was making a joke that I was saying that you were actually driving the 14 and Jeff was driving the 51. But looked like you had a pretty good car out there, just transponder technical issues with the transponder.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's the worst kind of way to end a race because, you still have a good car, but you don't have the transponder, so you can't continue, and it sucks because I was having fun out there. I was riding the high line and saving my tires for the most part, but we couldn't get a green flag run in to get a good feel for the race, but it's whatever.
Yeah, the team definitely set the cars up for the long run, and looks like we had a pretty decent long run to start the race. Just haven't had one since.
Mm-hmm.
Typical USORL running, right, Cal?
Oh yeah, that's right, Chris.
That's Atlanta for you.
That's it. That's it. I got to tell you, Kyle, I mean, you seem to kind of the same thing you did at Darlington where we really didn't see you much. You were kind of running on the outside and, like you said, conserving your tires a little bit. Is that kind of the way the track was for you as far as just trying to – we know tire wear is a big thing. We've been joking all night long about how this place hasn't been repaved since NASCAR Racing 2. So is that kind of – that was basically your strategy the entire night?
Yeah, I think that's the way to go at these types of tracks. Save your tires and be there at the end.
Just unfortunately, internet transponder issues took you out tonight, it sounds like.
That's right.
All right. Well, Cal, a great-looking car tonight, that 51 UPS car, but we definitely appreciate your time stopping in and talking with us, and better luck next time.
Yeah, whoever painted it did a good job.
Really did, yeah.
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
It's been discussed quite a bit tonight, but we still kind of haven't quite figured that one out yet.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
Cal Lovell, driver of the number 51 car, UPS. Darren Ingram coming into the pits right now. We've been kind of following him. Not sure exactly. We didn't hear on the radio if this is a scheduled pit stop or not, but he's dropped out a second and coming into the pits.
Meanwhile, the run has gotten long enough that the lap times are swinging in Dixon's favor again.
Definitely are. It's 0.3 of a second now. While we were talking to Cal, I mean, he was closing up within about a half a second a lap. And there's the battle right there.
And here he goes.
There it is. Dixon to the outside. Coming down to turn one. Bordeaux tried to squeeze him up just a little bit. Dixon, I wouldn't watch it. He's been sliding off of turn two when these tires slide off.
Oh, crossover.
That was the smart move, I think, there. Dixon to the inside. Ooh, they're getting close there, right on that left rear. He's there. Battle for the lead at the line. Dixon's got it by 6/1000ths of a second at the line. Look who's sneaking up there, too, in third.
And cleared. I wouldn't rule Mikey out of this race either.
I wouldn't. He's been quietly right there, the back of the top five all night long. Had a spin off turn two, single car.
Man, don't look now, but the 45's in the top five. And he's taking fourth from Huang.
There it is, going into turn one. Whitehill takes it. Apparently they've done something to that 45 to get it back going good. Maybe that was more radio throw-off.
Radioactive.
Yeah. Marotta coming into the pits. Doe coming in the pits. Green flag pit stops, lap 105. This will probably take them to the end here if we stay green. And again, this is going to be interesting because you're going to have, what, about a 29-lap run here to the end if we stay green? So who's going to have the right setup on this last pit stop to have good speed at the end of it?
And don't look now, but of the top three, the 45 is the fastest car on the track.
He's up in third now with the pit stops from the 01 and the 01, the 3, and the 8. Bordeaux coming to the pits this
Tommy
time.
to pit road.
Locks it up coming in. Let these cycle through as Barnes comes up into third. Got a big pack here coming through the quad oval. Doe on fresh tires coming around the 00, the 7. Here comes the 8. Boy, the 00 got real loose coming through 2. She hangs on to it, though. Noah Joyce is pitted. Zach Krastowski coming out of the pits in the 4. That hands the lead over to the 45 as the 14 pits. So Whitehill, welcome back to the front. Think he may be pitting this time by. Yep, he's backing out of it in 3. So the Menards Toyota coming in this time by. Very nice smooth entry into the pits. That should cycle the lead back around. I think Barnes, stayed out this time. So that gives him the lap lead, I believe. Still waiting for this to cycle through. Yes.
John Peterson's around off turn 3. Turn 4.
There he is in the grass. He's got a flat right front. Single car. He's going to make it on pit road. Barely. Ryan Pace will be pitting this time by. Barnes going to stay out one more lap. Oh, Bordeaux catches the wall off turn 4 right in front of Ingram. Not for sure if that was because of Pace pitting there or not, but Bordeaux and Ingram got real close coming off of 4, and Bordeaux caught the wall. He's got some damage to the right side of that 57. Daniel, keep an eye on that battle there. I'm going to drop back and see what exactly happened as Barnes comes in the pits this time. Oh, Pace has got an issue with his car. Caution's out. Caution's out. Somebody's had an issue somewhere.
DJ Harris.
That's DJ. That's who it was. DJ Harris in turn 3. Apparently there was a game crash.
Looks like Dewey lost it off turn 2. And
a lot of happening right there.
oh, yeah. Definitely a game issue for the 32.
We'll drop back and take a look at it here. We were hearing reports of it, but it was sounding like I couldn't tell the difference between Harris and Pace's voices on the radio. But Pace was in the pits, so I was trying to figure out exactly what happened. There's also Dewey spun on the backstretch right before this. So here's Dewey Schramm coming off of turn 2. He catches the wall a little bit, and it takes him around off the backstretch. He spins to the inside. Now behind him, here comes DJ Harris off of 2 as Dewey comes flying back across the track and hits the outside wall. DJ trying to miss it, slams the inside wall hard, trying to avoid the 36 at the same time his game crashes, and that brings out the caution. That was a lot of action there, real fast. I'm trying to figure out who's, if I'm not mistaken right now, I believe Henrietta Bordeaux is the leader.
Guess we didn't need a petition to keep that lap on the leaderboard after all.
Not anymore. This is a legit lap lead here. Dewey, I think, has got a flat tire. He's down on the apron there. That might have just been NR being NR. It just looked like a flat tire. Anyway, pits are open this time. All right. Strategy. Who's staying out? Who's coming in? 15 stays out. The 11 stays out. I think the 11's a lap down, though. Yes. Actually, they're both a lap down. Excuse me. All the lead lap cars are pitting this time. Again, I'm not for sure. I'm showing the 36 is on the lead lap in third, so I'm trying to figure out exactly where the scoring is on this. It looks like the 45 did stay out. Definitely stayed out. Okay, so it sounds like there will be no lucky dog on this caution because of it being in the middle of the pit cycle, from what it sounds like. Whitehill coming in the pits this time, so... Oh, it sounds like Whitehill thought he was a lap down, so he stayed out trying to take the wave around, but it turns out he actually was on the lead lap, so he was the leader. So he's going to go ahead and pit. He'll fall to the back.
It's kind of mental mistakes are just killer.
He got a little TV time again for the Menards crew, though. I'm not for sure where exactly he was in the lineup, though, before that pit stop, when he stayed out. But that'll hand the lead back over here to Tommy. This is going to be... it cannot be any closer. If this stays green, from this restart, Tommy's going to be losing speed right at the end of this run. So he's probably going to have just enough tire to take him home if he gets the big run like he has been on the last several restarts. We're at lap 114, 134 to home.
Curious to see what Henrietta does on this restart.
She's sitting in third. Coming to the choose cone.
We know she has the speed to hang with the pack.
Definitely. Bordeaux takes the bottom. Ingram takes the top. The Bordeaux take the bottom. Marotta on the outside. Barnes on the outside. Dixon takes the bottom. So, row 1, Tommy and Darren. Row 2, Henrietta and Mikey. Row 3, Dixon and Barnes. Row 4, Joyce and Doe. And row 5, Krastowski and Pace. That's your top 10. Coming to the restart zone. 20 to go. Bordeaux takes the lead. Jumps ahead.
Oh, someone didn't go.
A little bit of a jam up back there about halfway to the quad oval, but Bordeaux takes off. 5 car lengths out in front of Ingram. Barnes to the outside of Dixon. Ooh, they got close going into turn 1.
This is the farthest back the 14's been. It's going to be interesting to see if he burns his tires off trying to get track position back.
Yeah, he kind of had a little bit of a slow pit stop there. I don't know if he had an issue there we were looking at the replay or not. But you're definitely right. He's back in 5th. That's the furthest back that 14's been all night. Marotta slides up. Of course, he's been kind of doing that all night, too. Bordeaux, Ingram, Marotta, Barnes, Dixon. That's your top 5. Coming down to it. About 16 to go. Bordeaux not really getting away this time from Ingram.
Ingram just ran his fastest lap of the race.
29.295, you're right, to 29.332 for Bordeaux. The big run at the start of the run ain't happening this time.
Mikey ran his fastest lap of the race.
29.354.
Jeff just ran his fastest lap of the race.
Pace is coming up. Here we go. It's crunch time. Got to get all you can now. Dixon to the inside of Barnes again, trying to get 4th back. Bordeaux with a 29.375. Ingram a little bit slower that time, 29.397.
Every driver in the top 7, aside from Tommy, has ran their fastest lap of the race in the last 3 laps.
It is time to go. Noah Joyce ran a 29.243 back in 7th that last time by, closing up on the battle for 5th between Doe and Barnes. That was his fastest lap. He's the fastest car on the track right now, but that's going to change because he caught that pack.
Darren ran the fastest lap of the race a couple laps ago.
That 29.242, that was the fastest lap of the race. Ingram was a little bit faster than Bordeaux that time by, but looks like he fell off of turn 2 that time. He might be trying to push it a little bit too hard. Well, nice closing back off of 4, though. Dead heat between these two. 29.607, 29.614 this time between the two leaders. And Marota's right there, too, running the same lap time, too. Dixon was the fastest of the top 4 that time. Dixon again in 4th. Fastest car of the top 4. Great racing here at the end here at Atlanta. Cannot make a mistake now. 3rd and 4th, both faster than the top 2 by about a half a tenth. Is it going to be enough?
Ten laps to go.
Dixon has caught Marota, looking for 3rd. You're looking at the back of Bordeaux, looking at Ingram, Marota, and Dixon. 0.4 of a second is the lead right now. Does Bordeaux have enough to go back to back? Dixon has gotten to the outside of Marota as we look back there. There's that fight. He's got it. Even with passing the 8 car, Dixon was still a tenth faster than the leaders. He's coming. Does he have enough time? Does he have enough speed? That's going to be the question. Both leaders, first and second, above 29.9. Dixon ran a 29.8. That 10th may be the difference. Here he comes behind Darren Ingram for second. What we talked about earlier, the Sharks starting to circle. That Jaws theme's getting louder for the two leaders. That 14 comes up from 3rd. He is all over Darren Ingram going into turn 1. That 3 is not an easy car to pass either. But here comes Dixon to the outside going into turn 1 for second place. Ooh, they're getting close. Darren rides him up the track a little bit coming off turn 2. They're side by side for second behind Bordeaux. Dixon to second. He's still a tenth faster than these two. Five to go. Bordeaux slides up the track in turn 2. That's gonna get Dixon a run. Bordeaux trying to hug the bottom. Dixon's running about a lane up. Four to go. Now they switch places. Bordeaux to the outside. Dixon to the bottom. Dixon right at a 10th faster than Bordeaux every lap. This is going to be close here. Coming to 3 to go. Smoke on the front straightaway. Could be another one of those great Atlanta finishes, but Dixon might be trying to get it done quicker. Here he comes to the outside. Can't quite get it done there, but Bordeaux's going to try and slide up. Off turn 2. Oh, Bordeaux goes around. Is he going to hang on to it? He saved it. I don't know if there was contact, but Dixon takes the lead off 2. Coming to 2 to go. I think he may have caught the back end of Bordeaux coming off of 2 a little bit. Dewey spins out on the back straightaway. He catches it.
I don't think he touched him. I think Tommy just lost it.
Did he? It happened. I should have had a different camera angle on that. We'll have to take a look at it after the race is over with as we come to the white flag. Caution's out. Caution's out.
Oh!
They took the white.
Dewey barrel rolling down the front stretch.
They are staying green. They're staying green. They're going to race back. The yellow came out afterwards as Pace is on the inside of turn 4. Dixon coming around turn 4. He's going to see the checkered flag. Jeff Dixon wins here at Atlanta in a crazy finish as there's trouble on the front straightaway. The 3... Darren Ingram spins out and takes out Dose, takes out Marotta. We'll have to go back and see all this craziness here. That got insane there at the end.
Oh my goodness, what a last 2 laps.
We'll need to go back and just completely review this whole thing because everything was happening so quick. But we do know this car right here, the 14 of Jeff Dixon, he's the winner. We know that. We're going to go back and see exactly what happened the rest of the way here. As he does his celebration. We will be back in just a second as Jeff Dixon burns it down on the front stretch. We are back. Daniel's still taking a look at this replay because this was ridiculously close. This is what we saw, a little bit of a different angle here, coming off of turn 2. Here's Dixon. He's coming up behind Bordeaux, coming off of turn 2. They get real close. If they touched, it was not by much, but it was definitely arrow. And around goes the 57, and Dixon takes the lead, and he's going to run away with it. So that was the first thing that happened.
First of many things.
First of many things that happened. So that happened. Then that was with 3 to go. You heard Daniel call out about Dewey Schramm barrel rolling. Here's that. This is coming off of turn 4. Here he is going into turn 3. He gets on the apron, spins out coming off of turn 4. He slides up the track, and there's Pace and Hill both T-bone him at the same time. That blocks the whole track. That was what was originally going to be this caution that was coming out.
Oh my goodness!
That was the call for the caution, but Dixon had already taken the white at that point. I mean, it was like that truck race, but this time the yellow light came on after they crossed the line. And then off turn 4 for the final time, coming to the checkered, Marotta came to the inside of Ingram. Ingram got loose, took him out, and took Doe with him. Are you caught up now? Can you breathe? What the heck happened? But what a great finish here at Atlanta. A little crazy, but we got through it. Jeff Dixon's your winner. Ingram second, Marotta third, Doe fourth, and Tommy Bordeaux is fifth. Rest of the top 10, Noah Joyce, Cam Barnes, DJ Harris, Henrietta Bordeaux with a 9th place finish, and Sean Whitehill finishes 10th after they got destroyed in that last lap fiasco there off of turn 4. Antonio Ruiz, Zach Krasowski, John Peterson, Ryan Pace, Dewey Schramm to 15th, Cal Lovall, Joey Stefano, and Zach Webster is the field. We'll be back in a little bit. We'll see if we can chat with some of the finishers here in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to Fast 29, USORL AlphaTauri Cup Series at Atlanta. Crazy last couple of laps, but Jeff Dixon pulls off the win. Again, Darren Ingram finishes second. Michael Marotta finishes third. Wong Do and Tommy Bordeaux finishes in the top 5. We are going to try to talk with a few of our top contenders here tonight. Daniel, who we got first? See if I can grab him here. Mikey, you got a copy, buddy? Crazy last couple of laps. We were trying to keep up with everything that was going on. How was your ride tonight in the Napa car? It's always good to come out of Atlanta without a disappointing finish. And as slick as that track seemed to be all night long, you seem to be one that kind of had good short run speed, and it kind of stayed there the entire time. A lot of the leaders had good, real fast short run speed, and then at the end they kind of fell off. So you were kind of one that was able to maintain. Yeah, we kind of saw that a couple times. I wasn't going to say anything, but since you brought it up, we did see a couple of those from you, but you weren't the only one that was scared. There was us in the booth and everybody around you. So, but you did a great job of hanging on to that. Are we? What we got? Well, darn it. Let's see if we can fix that real quick. Oh, that's right, because I changed my settings. Mike, you're going to have to say everything again. Hang on just a second. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Well, I'll refresh your memory here in a second. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to. I'm glad you mentioned that, Daniel. Let me get that back in there. That was, yeah. I forgot I changed a scene today. Hey, there you are. You're now making the thing bounce down at the bottom. Michael Morota. Hi.
All right.
How are you?
Hello, Chris. I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, you finished third tonight in the Napa car. Tell us about your ride again, even though you told me already.
It was perfect. It was the best car I've had all season, and I was not disappointed.
Awesome. That's what we like to hear. You did mention you hit the apron a couple of times. We mentioned that as well, and it, like we talked about a second ago, it scared the crap out of everybody, but you did a great job of reeling it back together.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I love Atlanta. I like the 97 variant that we run, but this also is really great with that low line. It's just lovely.
It's so cool to see everybody take different lines as the tires wear out and whatever setup you've got. And it seemed like you kind of had that low line. You were one of the few that basically ran the bottom the entire race for the most part. I think everybody was kind of running the top that first run, but you were one that seemed to just bottom feed the whole race.
Yeah, that's what I was doing all throughout practice, and I really wish that the rest of the guys didn't figure that out, because probably would have had a better shot at winning.
It seemed like once everybody figured out something that worked, they wanted to copy it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So, well, great run tonight. Mike, appreciate you talking with us. Driver of the Napa Challenger finishes third tonight. Thank you very much, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Who else we got in there tonight, Daniel? Now that they can hear us.
Say Darren, but he's muted and deafened right now, so
That would be our second place.
let's see if we can get our in-race reporter in here.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Mr. Peterson in here. See if he wants to chat.
Our in-race reporter that we did not report to once during the race.
We are so good at that. John Peterson, you with us, buddy?
I gotta move him over.
Oh, never mind. He's not here yet. I'll just vamp for a second. vamped. We're trained professionals. Don't try this stuff at home. I have an idea. I'm going to slide this over here so I can see what you're doing. There we go.
Oh, right.
There we go. Heck, I'll grab him. John Peterson, in-race reporter, the number 7 car. What's up, buddy?
I don't know. I feel like I was driving a two-legged horse that entire race.
You kind of looked that way, but that's okay. We tried to talk to you a couple times during the race, but things were so chaotic we just couldn't get to you. I don't know if this in-race reporting thing is going to really work, but it may work at some longer tracks in the future. But two-legged, whatever you said. Tell us about it again.
Well, Chris, I think Dan hopped in my car and freaking put a Mahita freaking lawnmower engine in my car because this thing was slow.
Mahita?
Yeah, that.
I don't know. You know it better than me. I mean,
I think he mixed Makita and Mahindra.
Mahindra. My apologies. Words aren't my specialty. But
Not after the race you had. You're right.
I felt like I gained pace. I mean, after the first 30 laps, my crew chief told me to do a few adjustments, and I picked up half a second, so that's always good. I don't know. It's difficult when you're the only 4 team and you can't rely on the developments and stuff, but hopefully we can be better. I gotta thank my teammates though. I mean, we were all grouping up, giving feedbacks. It was a lot of fun during practice. Really organized. Cal is like a freaking wizard, I tell you. Dan can attest to this. You know, you tell him 1 or 2 problems you have, he gives you like a list of changes, and by golly, you'll pick up freaking 2/10. And yeah,
I wish I could be on the receiving end of some of
Cal
this
is the
sometimes.
wizard. You can legitimately just be like, "Hi, Cal, car loose entry, what do?" And he just gives you a list, and it's like, "Oh, hey, this car drives now."
Hey, it's always good to have teammates like that that'll do that for you.
yeah, and yeah, I don't know, man. It was a fun race. I don't know if you guys were watching it, but Henrietta, I don't know if I'm saying that right. She was freaking fast. I felt. I think she finished like 9th, but like the entire race she was sticking with everyone.
Oh yeah,
We
Oh,
were
yeah.
tracking her quite a bit.
We talked
tonight.
about her quite a bit.
Absolutely.
You know, another person like Dewey, he I thought he had a lot of speed. He didn't get the finish he deserved, but he was up there. I know he's pretty upset with how he finished, but yeah, I guess racing is all about getting like a little better each time, and then eventually once you get a little better, you'll get a lot better. I don't know if that made sense.
No, I get it. I mean, if everybody's seen me when I first started to where I am now, I'm not out there running cup anymore, but with the fixed series, I mean, it takes practice, it takes time. It's a lot different than racing offline versus online because you've got people that are making decisions on the fly versus programming. So a lot different animal out there, and it takes a little bit of time to get used to, and it takes time, practice, and the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. So, but you're definitely right. We watched Henrietta all night long. We watched Dewey. They both had really good runs going. Henrietta got the finish that she deserved. Unfortunately, Dewey didn't. But yeah, you're exactly right. It looked great. Enjoyed watching it. You had a couple close calls out there with a couple of those wrecks tonight too.
Some were even closer than close.
That one, I think you spun on the pit lane once, and then you were close to the DJ and Cam wreck off of 2, weren't you? Was that one that was close to you? I think you kind of snuck through there. Maybe I can't remember. There was so much action at the end that I've forgotten everything that happened early in the race.
I was pretty far away from the DJ, but let me tell you, I was certain parts were puckered during that whole spin onto the apron. I mean, oh my god, Quinn huffed it there. I mean, it was pretty pathetic, but it was a fun race though. I haven't ran NR in like this is probably my first mile and a half in an NR since like Kentucky last season. So I'm still trying to get back used to NR, and I feel I got the team and the people surrounding around me to do that.
It's good to have a backbone like that available. That's great. Well, John, we appreciate you stepping in to being the in-race reporter after Daniel bailed out of his car. So we definitely appreciate it, and hopefully in the future we can have you in here again.
I look forward to it.
Thanks, John. Driver of the number 7 Motorcraft Ford Mustang tonight. Who else we think we can get? Then we can try to get one of the Bordeaux.
We got Darren up next.
You got Darren?
Yep.
Let's see if we can grab him. Mr. Darren Ingram, driver of the number 3 Monster Energy Chevy Camaro, finishes second tonight. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you loud and clear, Chris.
Hey, you actually got a good finish tonight. Look at you.
Right, a nice incident-free race. The Monster Energy Camaro was really good tonight. Just didn't have anything there for Tommy and Jeff at the end. I burned off the tires a little bit on that last run, but car had a nice balance, and it was nice to get through a race and survive without any issues for once.
Now, Darren, you're lying slightly. You wrecked at the line.
Hey, look, I got loose there with Mikey there in the quad oval right there, but it was all good. It's the last lap. It don't count.
Hey, I wasn't gonna let you get away with that. So, no, you had a great run. You were one of the ones. Me and Daniel were kind of talking about this. That you were kind of one that, as the run went on, that car just kept on coming on and coming on. You just didn't have enough laps there at the end, did you?
Yeah, I mean, I try to set my car up for these long runs, and that's what we like to do with our cars. And we kept getting to the crossover point. We were breaking even and finally starting to be faster than Tommy. And it felt like every time, we started getting closer and closer to make that pass, we just kept getting the caution and kept getting the flow broken up. So then the advantage just swung back in his favor because he was just a rocket ship on the short run.
Yeah, that 57, every time, he gapped you about a second and a half every time. And it kind of surprised us on that last run. We thought you might have had something for him because that last run he only pulled out by about a half a second. And that was a little bit shocking to all of us. And then that 14 came out of nowhere. I thought it was going to be a battle between you two, to be honest with you, if it was a long enough run.
Honestly, so I tried to what I did on that last run was kind of the opposite of what I usually do. I usually like to let the car come into me, let the tire seat up a bit, and really let the car settle in. But my thinking was, okay, well, if we're not going to have enough laps for this to go long, like and play in our favor, I'm just going to push as hard as I can right now to try to keep up with him. Maybe he doesn't get the gap. Maybe we can force something to happen, there was a couple times I got like right up to his back bumper, but there just wasn't an opportunity to pass him there. So I kind of burned off the tires doing that, and that just when Jeff came, he was just a rocket ship because I had destroyed the right front on that last run, just sticking with Tommy there.
Yeah, well, it was a great run. You finally turned that luck around. I won last night. So you finally got your luck turned around too. So this might actually be something going here for us here. That's cool.
Right, yeah. Hopefully next week we keep that up. Maybe one spot higher for me at Cup next week at Martinsville. I love good short track racing, and the paperclip's fun. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going.
Absolutely. Dan, you got any questions for him?
Nah. I think production's gonna have to go back and bleep out a few words because he mentioned his sponsor. We're not a fan of redacted energy around here.
Hey,
we like
look,
Red Bull.
No, we're Team Monster Energy Racing over here.
It's all free.
We're gonna lose our title. We're gonna lose our title sponsor if we keep mentioning them.
Hey, it's free air on Fast 29. Y'all can do whatever you want. I ain't got any sponsorship happening at all here, so you can do whatever you want, guys.
That's the league's problem, not mine.
Exactly right. Darren, appreciate you taking time tonight under much better circumstances than last week, finishing second tonight in that Monster Energy car. Thank you so much for having us tonight, man.
Thank you for interviewing. Thank you for broadcasting.
Absolutely, man.
All right, next up we got Henrietta.
How about can we see if we can get both the Bordeaux in here? You want to try and do that?
We can ask Tommy, but
Is he a little?
Not sure if he's in the mood to talk.
He might not be up to it. You think?
I'll shoot him a message.
Yeah. Shoot him a message first. I don't want to pull him in here without knowing. We might get kicked off the air right off on my third broadcast. That'd be terrible. Tommy Bordeaux melts down on Fast 29. That'd be terrible.
Right.
Or it might be good ratings too.
All right, Tommy's in.
Tommy's in. All right, let's see if we can get both the Bordeaux then.
Let's get them both in here.
I got to see if I can type this. There we go. All right. Tommy and Henrietta Bordeaux. You guys got copies. Hello.
I got a copy.
There's Henrietta. There's Tommy. Well, let's start with you, Henrietta, first. You were close to quite a few things tonight, but you came out with a 9th place finish tonight. Is that your career best in Cup? Or close to it?
For Cup, yes. Overall, there were some hires on some other series, but for Cup, I believe yes, this would be the highest, and it feels like a win. It really does. It was a very up and down night. I self-spun on the first lap and thought, well, if it's going to happen, at least it happens now. And fortunately, I guess the damage wasn't too bad and fixed it up. And, Baskin Robbins, we got the 31 flavors, 31 horsepower extra, and just sent it, really. And I got to give a shout out to Tommy because he gave me the setup. Star Racing and Tommy Bordeaux Racing, we collaborate a lot, so big props to him because I don't really know what I'm doing out here, but he does. But yeah, our Baskin Robbins 00 Chevrolet Camaro it was really fast once it settled in, and that battle we had at the end for that top 10 spot was that was fun. I think some of the funnest racing I've had.
We were talking in the booth, Daniel and I were, about how much you've improved, especially over the last couple of weeks in every series that you've been in. Much better car control, getting more aggressive, and getting more comfortable getting into the pack and racing with everybody. We got a little disappointed when you got a lap down early on, and we were like, darn. And then they gave you the lap back the wrong way, and you end up leading for a second. And we were like, let her lead, keep that lap led. And then we were up here voting about it too. And then you end up leading on your own later on, which is cool.
Somehow, that's the second time now on the broadcast that due to some scoring stuff, I've been put in the lead when I wasn't actually there. So that was,
I don't know how that happens, but it's been kind of funny. But it worked out.
It just does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a fun race, and yeah, for us it was an up and down race, but really happy. Baskin Robbins is happy. Hens Beverage Company is happy. TWB, of course, is thrilled. And hopefully, my main thing is I just want to finish a race with the car in one piece. I don't really care where I start or where I finish, so as long as I do. But if you can finish well, it does make it that little bit sweeter.
That's right. That Sugar Rush machine was flying tonight, and
it
looked great out there. So congratulations on the 9th, and we hope that those up and down races keep on being up at the end, and the downs happen early. So that's great.
We can only hope. Thanks very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Henrietta. Tommy, what'd you think about that run, too? We'll get to yours in a second. What'd you think about hers?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a great run for Hen. The top 10, admittedly, takes a little bit of the sting off of losing it late. So good to see the whole 00 camp having a good finish. That's definitely something that, I can be proud of a little bit as not only a sibling, but a technical alliance, definitely, that we brought some good pieces here tonight. So yeah, I mean that's a great finish to see, especially after the early issues. To come back from that, I mean that takes not just a good driver, but also a good mentality. Approaching the rest of the race after something like that early on.
It's all about it, overcoming adversity, and unfortunately, you weren't able to overcome your adversity late. You seem to be the class of the field again, second week in a row, especially on the short run. You would pull out to almost 2-second leads, and then it seemed like the tires would kind of go off at the end of it. Is that kind of how your setup was, or was it more driving style?
Yeah, I can't give away too many secrets here, Chris and Dan, but
you don't have to.
I will say we had a couple problems there with about 2 to go. Behind the wheel, there was a part broke, so we didn't have the finish we wanted. I mean, the car really was set up for a short run. And had this race been 132 laps, we win it 10 out of 10 times. Unfortunately, it was 134, so things just didn't work out our way this time around. But long season to go, we still finished top 5. That's our goal every week. We finished top 5 every single race so far this season. Nobody else has been close to that. So if I can continue to keep that up and going into the playoffs or the chase, I guess, this season, and get that number 1 seed, hopefully we'll be in a good position that we can make a run at the title for real.
I think you're right there, man. You're going to be right there. I mean, you've been there every week, like you said. I mean, every broadcast that I've done, you've been at the front every time, and I think that's going to continue throughout the entire season. So best of luck as you continue going. Hate that didn't quite work out for you finish-wise tonight, but I'm sure you'll be back next week at Martinsville and ready to roll.
There'll be more races, certainly, in the TWB Toyota Camry. I mean, everybody back at the shop, which I guess is just me, wants to get a grandfather clock in there, and it's one of those tracks that's kind of eluded me throughout the years in sim racing, and we'll see what we can do. Short tracks are my kind of place, and maybe finally I can get some luck going my way at one of these, and I can pull away with the victory.
I think you sell yourself short, man. Every track is your track. Don't worry. I think you're going to be right there at the front as always next week. So, but appreciate.
I appreciate it. Hope so.
Yeah, definitely. Tommy, appreciate your time tonight. TWB Camry looked great tonight, and hope for the best next week.
Thank you very much, Chris and Dan.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you.
All right, Dan. Well, I think it's about time to put a bow on this. What'd you think tonight?
I'm actually surprised we got some green flag runs in. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
That was an excellent race. Excellent. But an absolutely thrilling finish.
If not chaotic.
Hate that Tommy lost it the way he did. If something broke with his wheel or something, but man, what a finish!
Definitely. It was very chaotic. We like to see that. It's hard for me to keep up with it, but it was. I'm glad you came up here in the booth with me. It was a lot of fun to have you up here through the entire race. It was a lot of fun. Kind of kept us together as far as what was going on the track, especially when it got chaotic there with about 2 to go. So hopefully we can have some more of these. Hopefully you run a little bit better so you can be out there and having some fun on the track. But of course, you're always welcome to come up here in the Fast 29 booth whenever you want, buddy.
Absolutely. Just Atlanta's always been one of my weaker tracks for some reason, which is weird because it's usually one of my best tracks on other games. So
same here. I feel that pain too. Yeah. I think it's the picture.
I don't know what track's next, but we're definitely going to bring a racing engine instead of a Mahindra engine to the next one.
I think next week they're running Martinsville, and then we'll be at Dega. I don't believe I'll be broadcasting next week because I need a break. So I think that one's going to be a free game. Our colleagues over at JTN will be on the Talladega race in 2 weeks. I might maybe show up in the 29 car at Dega, maybe.
Man, you should.
I haven't ran a cup race this year. I missed Daytona because of a scheduling conflict of some kind. I can't remember what it was, but I wasn't able to race that night. I was actually, I'm just going to put it out there. I was actually planning on running full time in Cup this year, and once I missed Daytona, I was like, well, screw that. So, and then the Fast 29 deal kind of came together a few weeks after that, and here we are. So, I think I might dig the old 29. I don't know if I'll drive the Centos car, or maybe I might dig out my my protest car that I was going to run at Darlington. I might dig that one out and just have some fun in it, and hopefully miss the big one. We'll see what happens. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so we'll
Vegas one I always have circled on the schedule.
we might see if I can take that old Ford Mustang out of mothballs and see what we can do with it. So, but stay tuned. We'll see what happens. So. Again, we appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight here at Fast 29. This was a great race tonight for the USORL AlphaTauri Cup Series at Atlanta. Atlanta always gives us good shows, and like Daniel said, a lot less cautions than what we were anticipating, which was great. Love to see those green flag runs. Had some green flag pit stops even, which was great. So was a very entertaining race. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't remember off the top of my head where we're at this week for. Let me pull that up real quick. I'll see where we're at for the other series that we run on Friday night. I should be more prepared for this stuff. Where were you at? Come on, help me out here, Daniel. No, you didn't know I was going this way. I can't find that link right now, but oh well. I want to say we are at. They've been planning on going to Texas World for like the last 3 weeks at IndyCar. I don't know if that's where they're going this week or not. I know we've got 3 races left in that series on Friday nights, the second race. ARCA, I believe, maybe at Dega. I'm not for sure. Either way.
Well, if ARCA's at Dega, I got to get an ARCA car painted up.
Oh, yeah, you got to be there. You got to be there. I think we're at ARCA. We're at ARCA. I think we're at Dega this week, I believe. But just stay tuned. You'll see it come up on the stream. We'll figure out where we're running then. But that's next Friday
Everyone
night.
stay tuned. Everyone stay tuned for ARCA at Talladega. We definitely put on a better show than the real thing.
We definitely do. We actually go side by side. We make moves. We look like idiots. It's great. That's a lot of fun. So definitely tune in for that. I know we did not run ARCA last Friday, so whatever race that was going to be last night, that one was going to be this week. So whatever that was. So I think it was Dega. But either way, we will see you Friday night, 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern here on Fast 29. I'll be back behind the wheel. I'll be taking the week off on Saturday night next week, and then JTN will be at Dega the following week for the Cup Series, and then just stay tuned. I'm not for sure exactly when the next Fast 29 Cup Series broadcast will be, but hopefully it'll be soon. Might do a couple lights races here on Monday night, possibly in the next couple weeks too. So just stay tuned, subscribe. You'll get the updates then. For now, Chris Pickett signing off. God bless. Have a good week. We'll see you.